Oi. Hello, Frosty. Hello, Rafe. How you guys doing? Welcome back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everybody doing? You here to fight? Rafe, what you talking about? Why you fighting? You fighting me? And well, how you been? I been good. I been real good. Had a nice break. Feel like I've come back. Maybe energized. I feel a little tired, but I've always kind of felt like that. You're always fighting a. Fair enough. Gonna fiddle with the music just a touch. How's that sound? Can you hear the music? We're gonna do some tests. We're gonna make sure that the stream is running properly as we can make it. Be lurking while I make sure your cats don't get up to mischief. Fair enough. Nothing wrong with a little bit of mischief. But I hope you had a good New Year and break. Great. I appreciate that. I did. I definitely needed it. I think just a little bit of time off, time to reframe and figure stuff out. You hear the music? Excellent. I love that. Could it be louder? Could it be quieter? We're gonna do some preliminary checks so that I can. Not only am I checking the tech on everything, checking on you guys. How are you all doing? How was your New Year's? Stuff like that. I want to make sure that we jump into the stream feeling good. Feeling good and prepared to chill out and work on some comic. As most of you know, we are studying on chapter 4 as well, so we're getting a bit of momentum. This is going to be a really complicated chapter. Don't hear much over my Minecraft, but that's not a complaint. Easy, cool. My main aim is to make sure that it's not louder than me. It does not seem to be the case, so I think we're good. And if you can hear it, that's always a good start. But with that said, I think most of our checks are done. We can probably start to jump back into the comic. You'll notice most of the stuff is still the same, which is good. Most of my overlays have remained the same. For the most part, a few little updates, some background stuff, few quality of life adjustments, as you always kind of see in those update briefs. There's a few little things that I've just kind of done to make sure things run a little smoother, run a little better. So ideally, if everything goes properly, you won't notice them at all. One big thing, however, which I have noticed immediately, is the sub badges, which is super cool. I'm really happy about those and how they turned out. So Frosty, you can see that you got a little bowl of soup now, beside your name. And so we have, oh, thank you, Frosty, a cat in a hat holding a bat while talking to chat. Okay, we can make that happen. So yeah, but we got sub badges now, finally. Finally actually got around to doing that, which is maybe a good thing. As you can see on my warm-up page, I do actually have something set out there. It's a little thing called my 2025 goals. You're lucky Frosty got it before me. I was going to request a waffle with beefy arms. That's fine. I've drawn stuff like that before. Too fast. Too fast. I could say something, but I'm going to choose not to. I'll probably... Oh, shit. I will talk about those goals a little bit later on in the stream. Just because they're going to be important, at least for this year. But they are not the priority, not at least not yet. One thing that I am changing is that for warm-ups and stuff, we started doing this late into last year, but I will be working more in the grubbo style for warm-ups. A sheep invaded your territory? Oh, that's not good. That's not good. What are you doing having sheep in your place of residence? Alright, cat in a hat, holding a bat while talking to chat. That I can do. Can be addressing you guys. I'm making a sad cave. Oh yeah, Minecraft. That makes sense. I was like, what? Are you home? In your actual house? That would have been concerning, to say the least. In that case, that's fine. Grandma's forgot I said I couldn't hear his music over the mine. Well, here's the thing. I didn't. So I thought when I heard Minecraft music, my immediate response wasn't that you were playing Minecraft. I thought you were just listening to Minecraft, which, in hindsight, ridiculous. However, that's what my brain immediately jumped to. So hey, what can you do? I think maybe I've drawn the cat in the hat once before, so we'll draw something with a little bit of uniqueness. I would never recreationally do that. That's fair enough. That's on me. That's my bad. That's my beat. That's my beat. I guess that's probably more what I do now. Is that like I listen to lo-fi. I listen to a lot of lo-fi. So probably on me. What kind of hat? Good question. Good question. What do you think it would be? What kind of hat do you think it would be? What kind of hat do you think a cat would wear, other than the cat in the hat? Which is, as we all kind of know, we kind of know what the cat in the hat wears, hat-wise. And we're gonna refrain. We're gonna make sure that this isn't the cat in the hat. It's gonna be legally distinct. A bowler hat. That's a good hat. That's a good choice of hat. I respect that. For you, Rafe, I'm gonna make it a bowler hat. It's not how a bowler hat sits on the head. However, we can't really have it sit fully on the head because cats have ears on the top of their head. So there's not a lot of real estate up there. If you catch my drift. So we use what we can. Guys, you have a confession to make? I don't know what a bowler hat looks like. Don't worry, I do. Worry not, Rafe. I will save you. Often accompanied by the image of tough guy Brits, British tough guys from an earlier age. Actually, I'll do this. Legally distinct, but still kinda similar. My mind is on detective stories currently. Is this relevant? Yes. So in the older style Sherlock Holmes stories, Watson would wear a bowler hat. So you're pretty close. Like you got your mind's in the right place. You know? I'm just staring at this guy for a moment. Let's line up the hands. So we got that, early style Disney Mickey hand, gloved hand kind of look. Doesn't have to be detailed. This is just a warm up, but it is going to get us. Oh, ad currently running. Don't do anything. Don't do anything cool. Don't do anything stupid. Either. as I make slight adjustments. I'll stop doing cool things. Good. Good, good, good. I made a couple of characters for a detective story a year ago, and Agile. No! Hey, they freed you. Hey, that's good. It's because you had a good story to tell. Tell me about it. Tell me about your story while I work on this. Oh, I can make this brush bigger. I want to be more haphazard and more okay with, you know, little mistakes or imperfections. I love the art style of imperfections, so I want to do more of it, like intentional imperfection, if you know what I mean. Like, once you understand the fundamentals, you can break the rules. But maybe I just don't understand the fundamentals well enough yet. Maybe that's part of it. I'm probably gonna call it Shattered. Oh, cool. Yeah, tell me about it. Give me a synopsis. Then I make this darker. The interesting thing is that we're working on like multiple spaces and layers, and it's because I make mistakes, or at least I make mistakes with making mistakes, if you know what I mean. In terms of layering, I make a ton of mistakes, so I would rather not have to erase stuff or erase too much. So we keep it simple. We keep the system simple, and then we don't have to worry. Oh shit! Because yeah, if I do the layering right, then we actually don't have to do too much adjustments. It's about a detective named Magnus Montgomery who's trying to break open a gem smuggling ring, but a priceless gem gets stolen by someone entirely unrelated to them, and he goes into overdrive trying to find this person before the smuggling ring does. Right. Okay, that sounds awesome. That sounds very interesting, very compelling as a narrative. Giving him loafers. Never written that sort of story in my life, so I'm struggling. That's fair enough. Well, that's part of growing as a writer, you know? Is that you do stuff that is complicated and you're gonna hate working on. Angry eyebrows. Yeah, well, it makes him look cheeky. And I like that. You want just big, chunky eyebrows so that he looks a little angy, you know, or at least cheeky, which is always my goal with these characters. And then, oof, I might need to. Someone pops in, they're gonna feel threatened. Well, wait until you see what I write. There you go. There we go. I refuse. No, no. There you go. There we go. We got a legally distinct cat in a bowler hat. I've drawn the cat in a hat before, though. It's the thing as well, so I didn't want to just do the same thing again. I said I was here for a fight, and I finally got it, and it's finally come to you. That's true. That is true. There is a fight to be had. But do you truly want to have a fight? with this guy. This guy's dangerous. Look at him, he's armed with a bat. And he's probably got toon powers. Well, I bet against myself, so it seems like a great plan. Hey, you get paid anyway. Then, right? I definitely didn't think things through with the hands, but that's okay. He knows what he's doing. Hopefully enough to cover your medical bills. Hopefully. No promises though, right? We can't be certain. Bing! He appear. He appear in the space above me. No! It's the cat and the bat with the hat speaking to chat. He's perfect. He's beautiful. He's a good lad. He keeps the chat and the stream safe, which is more than we could ask for. Yeah. Anyway, this is actually the comic. Something that I'm supposed to be doing. But I think we've had a good warm up, so it means that we can jump across to this with a clear conscience. The hell is this? Sorry, I'm gonna quickly just switch out this music because it's weird. Hey, Bebo! Hello, how you doing? How is you? I may or may not have been sitting in your stream for a little bit. Good hun, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm feeling good. Feeling very chill. Currently just thinking about switching out this music. Just because I'm not into it. It's been fun. Good. Good. I hope you had a lovely, lovely 2024 and have moved into what hopefully will be a very productive and successful 2025. Do you have any resolutions? I've heard streamers say that a lot this past week, and I do mean it. If you have any resolutions, it's my secret 100 FL stream. What? 100 follow. My brain is so dumb. That's awesome. To live life. That's good. That is a very good resolution. I've resolved to kick more people. Ah, like physically? Or just like, um, out of things? My brain, it doesn't get acronyms quickly. You know what I mean? Just like, huh? FL? What could that possibly mean? Followers. Awesome. Well, congratulations for that. You're doing fantastic. Kicking off 2025 with some big wins. That's awesome. Well, the past year I kicked none people, but I did kick one person out of a store I was working in. Interesting. Yeah, we got to bump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers. We want at least 5 people kicked, just physically, and then there's one person kicked out of a store. Make that 20. This year, we go big numbers. I like the big numbers. So, I want to at the end of this year, I want to hear you report back that you kicked a few more people. Because I'm not a big fan of the rookie numbers, the little numbers, you know? Talking as if I'm some sort of, like, personal trainer, but for just, I guess, assault? I called the police many times on people. Hey, that's good. Well, not good, but it's like, I'm glad that you didn't have to take care of that stuff yourself, in a sense. And that, I mean, it's annoying when people don't just, behave like humans. but it's good that you were there to handle that as well. Good on you for standing up for the situation. Uh, he got super aggressive with me out of nowhere, so I politely but firmly told him he needed to leave. Nice, 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 nice. Very impressive. I could never do that. I'm very sensitive. Uh, that's the kind of personal trainer I need. I'm a lady. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Good point. I'm not good at that kind of stuff. I cannot confront people well, anyway, or without tears in my eyes. You know. You listen here, Mister. You know, that kind of a thing. I just get anxious calling the police. That's fair. It sucks. It just sucks. You know, to have to get to that point, to have to call the police. You know, the one time I've called the police didn't help the problem, and so I was like, ah, man. It was just like, well, that feels like subconsciously I'm just gonna mentally resolve to the point where it's like the police aren't gonna help in that sense. Oh, your birds are getting cute. Oh, excellent. I'm glad to hear they're doing well. I'm all going to get back at it. Fair enough, Bebo. Good luck. Have a lovely, lovely time. Don't know what you're doing, but I hope it is good. I hope it is good. I'll see you when I see you next. I have to get them used to eating and drinking on their own. Yeah, that's fair. That's gonna be a mammoth undertaking, right? Oh, Grace playing. Hello, Chris. They're already 5 weeks old. Oh, they're growing up so fast. Where does the time go? Uh, Pluto's reclassification as a dwarf planet. Ah, interesting, interesting. You got an interest in planets there, Chris. How you doing? Happy New Year. Let me just do a little bit of a scribble and then we can jump across to me explaining planets, which I'm really good at. I'm an expert on planets. I'm so good. I'm gonna have to remove the cat and the bat for a bit. Just move him a little bit. He's just gonna be hidden, just for a moment. Don't worry, he will be back. Maybe if he doesn't die. Oh, don't see that. His head coming off. He's fine. The cat is fine. Okay. So when we talk about Pluto, we mean the dwarf planet. Let me grab my favorite pen for drawing goofy little stuff, the crinkly pen, my little crinkle pen. 2017 has been good so far. I love to hear that. I love the positivity. um, that's good. You got any resolutions? You got any big plans for 2018? Is this? Or, oh no, it's the crinkly solid. Maybe not. It's one of the crinkly pens, but I like both crinkle pens, you know? It just adds a bit of like fuzz to it all, which is good for less important stuff, you know? So, when we talk about Pluto, we talk about a planet that was once very proudly considered a planet in our solar system. Stood at the edge of it, final end of the solar system, and from our analyses, we learned that it rained diamonds there. Now, don't make resolutions, fair enough. Good on you. Good on you. There's no need, sometimes. Um, got the least amount of sun in our solar system, but was loved all the same because we love our planets. Pluto is was a respected member of our family. And it just kind of was hidden away very far, very, very far from the other planets because it was so far away. Another plan I have for this year is I wish to at least one person wish at least one person Happy New Year and at a super inappropriate time. Interesting, interesting. Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Exactly, Rat Queen. Hello, how you doing, Rat Queen? It's so lovely to see you. Happy New Year. Exactly. Everything did change when the Fire Nation attacked. Pluto became. Hold on. Pluto became aggressive and threatened the peace and the balance of the other nations. Because of its small stature, it could sneak in undetected into other parts of the solar system without us ever noticing it was gone. It could leave its orbital field and then join another one on a whim and could disguise itself as moons of other planets. A very dangerous concept to the coalition of other planets. This is definitely not going to the way I had originally pointed it into, but it is true. This is what we know about Pluto. Pluto was secretly plotting to take Mercury's spot. Like, just walk up and say, oh wow, I can't believe it's already August. Happy New Year, dude. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I like that. Pluto had big plans, like Game of Thrones, but in space. Pluto had big goals to take Mercury's number one spot right there by the sun, because there's his little plans. Hold on. I wrote this in a really big pen. Don't worry about it, guys. It will make sense. Pluto had big plans to take over that top spot. Wanted to be warm, just like how many people will travel to the other side of to another hemisphere during their winter so that they can get more summer. Pluto wanted to steal Mercury's spot because it wanted some more of that sweet, sweet sun. Because as far as we can tell, Pluto is in love with the sun. And I need to draw a sun. Hold on, guys. We do it as we do. We draw the sun as many children draw the sun in the corner with sunglasses. Because that's where they get their namesake. Because the sun has sunglasses. We all know this to be true. Because the sun's just so cool. Oh, hello. Tell them about the coalition of cultists who did Pluto's evil bidding by disrupting the Great Conference of Planets. Yes, of course. Pluto, the evil, devious little sort that it is, in its goal to get closer to the sun and hang out with it more, formed a cult known as the Plutonians. The sun also has a human nose. Don't worry about that. It won't be important. How the sun's so cool, ironically. And then we found out that this cult disrupted the Conference of Planets by just making it never happen, because all the planets couldn't align. The stars and the planets could not align to form this conference, all at Pluto's behest. And once this was found out, they had to lock Pluto away for everyone's safekeeping. This is why Pluto is at the end of our solar system, right at the edge, just in case Pluto gets uppity again. Boom, we push Pluto out into the solar system and then it's gone forever. And we keep an eye on Pluto because Pluto has stated that they will do it again. They have not been dissuaded. They will get to be close to the sun one day. And whether it takes 1,000 moons or 1,000,000 moons, they will be there one day. Because they love the sun. But it's not a normal love. It's not a mutual love. It's an obsessive love. It's one that cannot be maintained. It can't be healthy. Pluto does have a powerful, seldom seen ally, Nibiru. Nibiru, who is in love with Pluto. But Pluto will never see it. Not truly. Is Nibiru Pluto's moon? Let me just check in with you, Rat Queen, because you clearly know more about planets than I do. I love how that had nothing to do with it being classified as. Hey, hold on, I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that. Um, and just to long story short, to summarize a little bit, basically, we know that Pluto is a dwarf planet because during Pluto's arrest, there may have been a little bit of planetary police brutality, a little bit, just a little nudge, and we saw beneath the crust of Pluto, inside the crust of Pluto, we found. Hold on, hold on. Let me just draw this out properly. I don't want to spoil the big reveal. In the crust we found. That's right. Say it with me, guys. Say it with me. We found dwarves. It was all coming to a head. We found dwarves. Nibiru is a concept of a wandering planet by conspiracy theorists. Ah, okay. That makes sense. Well then, yeah, Nibiru would be on Pluto's side. They would understand the plight. We found dwarves within Pluto. Many, many dwarves. A planet's worth of dwarves. And this is why we knew that Pluto was in fact a dwarf planet. Quite literally a dwarf planet. A planet full of dwarves, like the Ark for the animals. And for Noah, Pluto was a planet full of dwarves. So I hope that explains things for you. I love that it's like a little bum bag as well. There's Pluto's bum bag. Full of dwarves. I for real need to catch up on TLDR. Don't know what TLDR is. The dwarves were actually the cultists on their way to who invaded Earth by disguising themselves with a trench coat. Yes, you're right. That is what happened. Rat Queen knows the Pluto lore. It is this. It is as it is said. This is the true. It's long been held lore amongst the rodents. We all know why. We all know why Pluto is a dwarf planet. All of us, rat and mice. We all know. We all know the story. It's been explained to us through many generations. Too long didn't read. Yep, true facts. Yeah, we know it. I hope that has been enlightening for you. And now you all know. You've been given the secrets of the rodent underground, of why Pluto is a dwarf planet. I hope that was educational for you. I will not be answering questions. Read a book. Look it up. You want to know more? Google it. I mean, I know so little about planets or space generally. So I'm glad I could tell that one piece of lore that I do know. You know? I know there's Pluto behind me. What about the druid attack on the Wookiees? But that doesn't go into its true classification. I know it's important, but like it just doesn't. It doesn't pertain to the classification of Pluto as a dwarf planet. Droid attack. Oh right. Oh my bad. Not druid. It doesn't pertain. You know. It's gonna be my argument for anything that I'm just like I don't know if I can improv that. So just that doesn't pertain to the law, you know. Hope that was very educational for you all. No, no, I got auto corrected. Oh, you got auto corrected? Oh yeah, yeah. That's okay. So that's not going to be good enough. There we go. That's a big hat. There we go. That's probably slightly better. My autocorrect doesn't believe in droids. Interesting. Interesting that is what it has umbrage with. Droids. And not, I don't know, anything else. Any other word that might be more malicious. I've started to do this new thing with the comic is that I'm rewriting the manuscripts when I start on the new chapters just because I feel like I've learned a lot more about this story through drawing it. So I've updated and edited quite a bit. And so coming back to the comic has been good because I've been able to revisit things that I wasn't super certain about in the story writing aspect of it all. A new year and a fresh start to stealing his this mouse's identity. No, don't steal my identity. It's terrible. You steal my other identity. I'm not using it. Not currently using it. How you doing, Cryo? Why would you want to steal my identity? Your identity's great. You're a cool bean. Miri! Hello! It doesn't recognize the Trade Federation and separatists. Interesting. It's very interesting that it would have an issue with that. I'll start with his fingerprints this time. This time, fingerprints is a good starting point. I'm not gonna shake your hand when I see you at PAX this year. I'm just gonna avoid making any physical contact with you. Good luck to me, am I right? Try to keep my hands off you. Sorry, that's so aggressive. How you doing, Miri? Merry New Year. Merry New Year. There are other ways than handshakes. That's true. That's true. I'm just gonna have to not make contact with Crebus this time around. My mind's telling me no, but my no. Let's stop there. Clever you. Could keep your hands off me if you tried. Why? I'm astounded. Like, it's so funny to me that, like, Cryo and I met through a mutual stream of friend many years ago, and our friendship is built on very sexually aggressive threats. Essentially, it's what it boils down to. It's great. Or just general threats as well. That happened. That happened a lot last year, right? Love the Pluto drawing. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I worked very hard on it. I'm not very good at planets. I'm good at drawing planets because they're basically just circles, usually. The best kind of friendship, honestly. That's, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right, Miri. It is. Because we're best mates. Best friends. Even though Cryo takes issue anytime I'm, like, refer to a video game character as him, he always has an issue with that. And it's just like, just let me. That's my love language, Cryo. It's comparison. That's horrible, actually. There was nothing sexual about that. I like the sun beside, but I got covered up. Ooh, let me fix that for you. I like the sun too. The sun is fun. Is that gonna be good? We'll see. When did this? Where did the soup talk come in? That's a really good question. I don't remember when we started talking about soup. It was just kind of natural, you know, like all good things. The soup just became a normal thing. Well, also because I talked about cooking and being in love with cooking and experimenting with foods and things like that. That was kind of that's the more genuine and honest place where the soup talk came from, and also that I like to experiment with flavors for soup and things like that. It's nothing sexual about identity theft. No, it's just business, kid. Damn, that's brutal. Good soup, soup good. Yeah, exactly. Do we need more reason than that? I'm gonna give a little bit more space to the sun because we love the sun. Get in the soup. Yes, that too. We love hopping in the soup as well. That was a part of it. Yeah, it's one of those things that kind of just was so natural within the community that it just took, you know. So I almost can't trace it back to anything really. It just was there one day, like the Yakult, like the Yaki humor as well. That was something that was just natural and then stayed forever, which is fine because it's very welcome. Currently making a soup. It's a leftover pork roast tikka masala. Ooh, that sounds fantastic. That sounds so lovely. Let me know how it turns out. Uh, the Beatles love the sun so much they wrote a song about it. Yeah, just about it just showing up. And to this day, we have. I was gonna make a joke about mistaking Yellow Submarine for a song about the sun. I didn't realize that here come. I didn't realize that Yellow Submarine was about the sun. I've learned something. It smells great. Ooh, that's a really good sign. I love the curry packs that come with the pouches of spices. Yeah, anything like I adore a curry. So anytime I kind of get to put curry flavoring into stuff or curry pouches into stuff, I'm happy, even if it's not specifically a curry. So much so that the sub badges, after a certain point, it stops being soup and starts becoming curry. Because I love curry that much. I love soup too, but I love curry. Uh, are you talking about Here Comes the Sun? We all live on the sun, I guess. Yeah, yeah. Isn't that a fact? Live on the sun because we're the hottest, and that's why we're the only planet that supports life because we're super hot. Doesn't all country have a curry? Maybe. Thai curry and Japanese curry is your favorite. Yes. Oh, I love a Japanese curry. I am obsessed. After my trip, I can't get enough of it, and I will be seeking out making my own recipe for it, or at least something that can kind of fill that void. Because by Jove, there is a void caused by no curry. Because I swear to goodness, it was so good. I swear to all that is holy. So good. Indian curry can be really good or just meh to you. Yeah, I get that. I'm not the biggest fan of like a masaman curry, but even then, it's still I still really enjoy it. So it's not that big of a complaint. I do katsu curried katsu curried sausage. Oh my god, and it's incredible and super easy. Ooh, well if you have a recipe for it, don't forget your good old buddy Greymass. It's never bad. Oh yeah, never bad, never bad. But maybe I'm not in the mood for a masaman curry or a tikka masala, but I'm always in the mood for like a Japanese um, katsu curry. Yeah, don't 3 a.m. for me. And you guys got me hungry. Well, you're gonna have to cook a curry now. You're just gonna have to cook a curry. Them's the rules. If you hungry, make a curry. Unfortunate, the recipe is follow the instructions on the curry box. Well, you're gonna have to send me the curry box. Show me the curry box. Or else we're gonna have trouble. But add pork sausages. Love the sound of that. Yeah, okay, cool. This doesn't need to be. I'm like, I don't like plain beef sausages unless it's at Bunnings. That's fair. That's a good distinction. Bunnings snags are the best. Normal beef sausages, you can get sick of them very quick. And I'm speaking for Cryo. Cryo, it makes Cryo's tummy very grumbly. It makes him very grumpy. I don't know. You know, just with the idea, like the saying, like, I don't speak for everyone. I'm just going to say I do speak for Cryo when it comes to sausages. Because I know Cryo's taste in sausages. Mine's his favorite. Oh, God, sorry. I just had to say it, you know? I didn't have to say it. I did, because I'm a monster. But, oh, the sausage authority. Yeah, yeah, I'm in charge. I'm the boss. It's thinly veiled sex joke, pointless. But it's been said, so it doesn't matter. You know, it's done now. Also, one thing I did want to say or bring up is that I had true. One thing I wanted to say was there were things that I had planned on holding off on doing until I started on the new chapter. So new like art techniques and new ways of drawing things for the new chapter, which is this one. It's happened. We're here, and I've forgotten what those things were. So yeah. So moving on. I'll probably check back in on those things because there were various techniques that I loved the look of in 2024 and wanted to include in 2025, but I'd already changed so much about the comic and about the look of the comic, and you'll see it if you read chapter 3, is that the art style does change a little bit, which I'm completely okay with, and people understand that I am continuously learning and developing my style as I go. But on top of that, also want to keep a little bit of consistency. Sausage Authority is almost as funny as someone's Discord. I'm the leader of Lobster Logistics. That's pretty good. That's pretty solid. Lobster Logistics. So what we want? No, it makes Armella look like she's like prawning. But we want to get a full form in. Bippity boppity boo. It's just a bit too thin, you know? Because if we like fully scope out her posture, yeah, kind of like that. And that. And feet. Like that. Not like that. That would look weird as hell. But you know what I mean. You know what I'm getting at. I also do a sausage shepherd pie, which slaps. Ooh, that does sound like it would be good. A sausage shepherd's pie? Are you mad? Sounds amazing. But we'll start there. Because basically, form and shape, we want to get right. Even if it's for Even if it's for a frame that looks like this, where we see a very little Armella and an even littler Ratchet in this one frame, and then move on to much closer versions of them. We want to get it right. And the thing about the body is that it is weird. Bodies are weird at the best of times. I'm gonna mark where her feet should be. It's like there. I know it's at the bottom of the draft. That's not it. I know it's at the bottom of the draft, but hey. Again, we want to get this right. Hold on. And those two dishes are basically the only time I don't buy some gourmet sausages. That's fair. That's fair. I jumped in your channel for a couple of game playthroughs and didn't know about the comic until later. Ah, I started reading it today. Hey, I love to hear that. I am hugely flattered that that's becoming a thing for people, is that they join for the gameplay and then stay for the comic, ideally. You know, if they join and then leave for the comic, leave because of the comic, then I'm done. I'm screwed. That's my big thing. Super excited for it. Love your art style so much. Oh, you're too kind. You're too kind. They join for the chaotic gameplay and then find out that I make a comic and then just like, oh, what's this shit? You know? Brutal. Breaks my soul. Uh, just realized you haven't read my new book yet. Read it! Do it. I put so much work into it. Please. No, read it in your own, at your own pace, of course. But yeah, it was what I. It took 1 year to do, so I hope people enjoy it genuinely, and I'm really excited for some of the bits and pieces in it, because like a DM who's really excited to talk about their campaign, I'm really excited to talk about my story. So I think her chest piece probably ends about there. Was waiting on the hours when it was pre-release, then totally forgot to. That's fair. That's fair. I respect that. Y'all are too sweet. But it is such a fun little thing, because like I originally had planned to just stream the comic and the comic art, and that was going to be it. I wasn't going to play games because I was like, I'm so easily distracted by stuff like that. Was genuinely really worried that it would affect my motivation if I started playing games. Um, and then I was constantly being hounded to play games, and then I did, and the first game I ever played was Dead Space, and I'm so bad with horror that I was bricking it the entire way, but it was so worth it because I ended up loving it, and then I started playing games on stream, and I'm really glad I did because it's been a really wonderful way of continuing with streaming when it became less important to me, you know. And then when I became so busy, you know, being an adult is busy, it let me continue playing games, and that was a huge thing because I was so close to just kind of not doing it and then focusing purely on art, which is pretty maladaptive. You don't want to focus on one thing every hour of every day. It's so hard not to game on Twitch. Yeah, absolutely, Miri. You get me. Yeah, it's like, it's very hard to avoid, for sure. And I was originally so adamant about it, about not doing it, because I've seen so many people do it before. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to be a good person, like a good gaming personality. I'm just a easily distracted mouse, you know? I want to stream more this year, but I don't know where to find the time. That's fair, Cryo. It's, yeah, your life comes first and foremost. But I would love to see more Crebus streams. I miss them. But But yeah, the people thirst for the games. They do. They do. I only planned on streaming painting. Now I game about 50% of the time. That's exactly the same as me. Yeah, I do. I am guilty of the same thing, honestly. I was gonna just do comic art, and then now, for a while, gaming was probably the most that's all I did, really, for a while. Like, I just did games while I was either burnt out from art or when I was in between stuff. So yeah, it's like it's impossible to avoid sometimes. If I stream, it would probably be mostly either reading out loud or miniature painting. I would love either one of those. Those would be fantastic. Holy shit, Grey Mouse, do you know my Twitch fourth rule? What's your Twitch comes fourth? If so, maybe. Deaf happening for me right now. Yeah, exactly. I think for the art streams, I think if you wanna be in a healthy kind of fluctuation on your streams, then I think that your streams eventually becoming like a gaming stream for a while and then floating back into art is not a bad thing, but it does feel bad at first. But I think it is actually a really good regulatory thing because gaming's not a job. It's not work, you know what I mean? So it feels like yeah, it feels like a break and breaks are needed. Exactly. Exactly. Like someone followed me because they recognized my name from someone's stream who didn't even know. Oh, that's cool. I've literally been recognized from random chats. People from my buddies have in their chats. Yeah, that's super cool. That's always like a huge compliment as well, is to be recognized somewhere else and by somebody who you maybe don't know immensely well. I may have been recognized in somebody else's chat uh in a from well in a stream with a streamer who I hugely admire and met or found out about at PAX, and being recognized in there felt like a huge kind of like, hey, you're actually doing okay. You're doing a pretty good job, and that always feels pretty good. Hey guys, remember Twitch comes fourth. You, family, other important agenda, and then Twitch. Please love yourself first. Absolutely. And speaking of loving yourself, probably time to take a hydrate break. Have a stretch, chill out for a little bit, take a little breather. How about that? This is the original one, but most folks have a Crow the Adventure at the end. Yeah, yeah, and it's an important note and very, very valuable. You disagree, Rafe? Why do you disagree? Be careful with what you answer. No, I'm joking. As someone who plays Sims, gaming is work. Damn, you got me. It just destroyed my entire argument in one. You're right, though. You're right, though. Sims is work. Damn, how could I be so easily destroyed by a simple argument? Just just no form in that. It's like there. But that much one could say. And I think I've given her way too much thigh. Yeah, I have, but that's okay. So we're getting there. Working really hard to get my sim to a specific rank before I can get him into a relationship and forgot about it for the next 3 years. Yeah, I think that's very common in Sims plays, like playthroughs. As someone whose only income at the moment is Twitch, gaming is working. That's also fair. That's also a really good point. And if it is like a form of income for you, then yes, definitely, gaming does become work. But you don't like. I don't think you. It never really feels like work in a not an effort sense, but in a just input sense. You spend a lot of time kind of sitting there playing a game that you enjoy, or like if it's a game you don't enjoy, then that's definitely work. But yeah, you know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. Um, it's an exception to the rule. Yeah, exactly, Crow. Now, the thing, my plan for this point is that I'm gonna draw Armella proportionally correct, or as proportionally correct as I can, and then I'm gonna just resize her. Yeah, we're good. We're Gucci. Not having a boss yell at you, kind of thing. Yeah, exactly, Miri. That's a really good way of putting it. Cause like, I don't know. I wouldn't mind for Twitch to be well. Actually, I'm gonna take that back. I wouldn't want Twitch to be my only source of income, even if it meant that I could work on my comic full time. But if that were the case and the comic became my pure work and all my work, then it would feel more like work. So it's very easy for me to say a lot of what I'm saying without that kind of context, for lack of a better word. If streaming is your work, it doesn't really work, but for the 99%, it's pretty valid. Yeah, exactly. There's not one size fits all for self care, especially when it comes to stuff like working and Twitch and streaming and all of that kind of jazz. If there were, I think we would all be. I think the world would be a much less interesting place if everything worked exactly the same for everyone. I think our uniqueness makes it more palatable and interesting. I may need to grab a quick reference of Armella's boots, but that's okay. I can do that some other time. Because I vaguely remember how they look, but I'm not going to have like an eidetic memory for every outfit that every character in my own comic wears. Because my brain's full of other things like soup recipes and arguments I had 10 years ago with some idiot, you know? And cool comebacks to disagreements I had a month ago. I should get a piece of cake. You should, Rafe. Treat yourself. Do you have cake, like, waiting for you, or are you gonna have to procure cake first? It doesn't change my answer, but I am just curious. So, that's pretty normal size knee, give or take. Yeah. I really hope people like Armella because I really like her as a character. I've said it like 100 times, but she was my favorite to write for. Her story is very interesting. Such a cute little emote. Caught me so off guard as well. I was like, what the fuck is that? Ah, it's adorable. That's what it is. One day I'll get to play as Scion. Ooh. Okay, we're kind of done there. We got to draw some belt in, but beyond that, it's more just about the little details, which I love. And now that there's no deadline again, I'm back to really just taking it very easy with the drawing stage. So we may not even get to coloring this stream. But that's okay. I'll put my foot down eventually. Speaking of working, I need to get on the job hunt again. Pog. Fair. Fair enough. Well, I wish you luck with the job hunt and the poggies. Now holiday season is over, so I can hopefully find something decent. Yeah, I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. I'm sure something will come up. And very soon, too. Let me just check the proportions. Proportion-wise. Just a little Armella standing out there. That looks okay. I need to fill in the arms, but otherwise it's looking okay. The baby birds are trying to walk. Like, legit words. Legit words? They're trying to walk. Well, they gotta fly eventually, right? So you gotta learn to walk before you can run. You gotta learn to walk before you can fly. Now, do I draw? Oh, that's a tiny little hand. Tiny little hands. Reread that first sentence. My baby birds are trying to talk. Ah, not walk. I am a fool. Legit words. That is scary. Why they do that? Speaking of getting something decent after stealing Greymaster's identity, Lumen and Sal gave Wiki and I their smoker. Oh, that's cool. He's that elderly man who used to sit on their front porch smoking, right? Given up Johnny. They've given up Guacamo. How could they? He'd been there for years. No, the meat smoker. That's cool. Gonna smoke some meats? I mean, I assume yes, if you've got a smoker now. But that's awesome. Okay, now proportionally, yikes. It's pretty rough. But it's fixable. They don't really know much other than what I say to them, which is, who's a pretty baby? And can I have a kiss? And thank you. Interesting. That's cool that they're picking it up. Bring it down just a bit and then also de-squish it. I just feel like I'm very inaccurate if I'm up close and personal with the sketch. Like I come out of it and I'm like, yep, that was all wrong, but it looks palatable. That's all that matters. What the? Speaking of getting something decent after stealing, I'm gonna call it Lenny Kravitz. I know I don't really know much, unless I can think of a funny smoker pun. You be handed her, bisected the hand. Don't call the police. No, teach them who are you looking at. That's good. That'd freak people out. Sometimes I gotta dissect some hands. It's part of the job of being a cool art mouse. Thumb's a bit of a mess, but that's okay. I can live with my mistakes. What I can't live with is my inability to learn from them. Because what? A hand does not largely look like what I've drawn so far. There's a very simple way to draw hands, and my brain just doesn't compute. But also, I'm kind of trying to build space for making mistakes for things that aren't just not hugely important. Because again, like when it comes down to it, she's like that size. She's like this big. We had a Quaker who would laugh when people screamed on TV and call out to the dog. Oh, that's great. uh, maybe teach it a tongue twister. That'd be good. Pookie, come here. Let me out. God damn it. It was hilarious. That sounds pretty good. Don't talk about my birds without you. No, I promise I won't. You don't even know what I'm saying. I could be talking about you birds. I'm not, though. I know nothing about birds. I'm no bird expert. I'm a mouse. Definitely need to fix her backup as well, but that's okay as well. I can live with those kinds of mistakes. That's gross. I'm free. Welcome back. Gonna be painting and watching. All good. Have a lovely, lovely lurk. Hopefully you can hear me saying that. You can't say that about birds. Well, no one can police me on that. I can say whatever I want about birds. They stinky. Ooh. Ooh, birds stinky. Stupid. Got 'em. Shit, the local bubble tea store wants a barista. I'm tempted. Hey, I do have a passion for baristing. And or are you good at making bubble tea? The thing about this part is that with my cell shading, I can kind of just cover this up because I'm lazy like that. The cell shading is maybe the best thing that could have happened for my lazy ass. Does tea still use a barista? Good question. I feel like tea should have its own name. Tourista. Right? Tea-rista? But then again, what does barista really mean? You know, when it comes down to it, barista's just a fancy word for cup filler. You know? Barista. Oh, barista. That's good. Never had bubble tea? Oh, well, don't lead with that. That's not gonna get you a job. You gotta be like, I love bubble tea. It's my favorite. Delicious. My absolute favorite possible drink ever is bubble tea. I love it with a vengeance. You know? That's how you gotta say it. You gotta be like, I'm addicted to the stuff. Actually, maybe no. Maybe that's a bad lead. Uh, I'm enthusiastic about the tea trade. Start with that. Lead with, I don't drink this shit, but I do love making it. Yeah. That'll definitely get you a job. Yeah, if you say it's shit. But not tea. Hold on. We named the babies after siblings from Schitt's Creek, David and Alexis, and I want to teach Alexis to whistle her song. Ooh, that'd be cute. Noun, barista, plural, noun. Barista's a person who serves in a coffee bar. Okay, okay. But not tea. Interesting. Nothing with tea in it. Lead with, I don't drink it, so I won't be sneaking any. True, yeah, you won't be stealing any tea if you don't drink it. So there's a space for a new job title. Yes, tea maker. Sandwich artist. Tea artist. Tartist. Maybe not. TARDIS, got it. That'd be good. Why am I getting messages now? It's the end of the bloody day. It's the end of the bloody day, mate. Don't go speaking to me. Don't go chatting with me. I got a strict bedtime for conversation, and it's now. See you, everybody. But also, bubble tea shop isn't a coffee bar. That's true. That's true. That's a good point. Gonna need to erase some stuff because, you know, it's Ratchet is here as well, and he deserves a place. Gonna erase Armella's shoulder here because we now know Armella's shape in this panel, so we can kind of build around it now. Boobarista. Oh wait, Ratchet is here. Ratchet isn't here. What's happened? Oh, I know what's gone wrong. Hold on. Let me fix that for you guys. So, let me fix that. Actually, I don't know why that didn't work. Bring Ratchet. Doesn't count as me breaking it when I use it, and it didn't work. Yes. What? It what? 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 Hello, everybody. I'm Ratchet. I'm just relaying a message from Grey Mouse. Is that why did this not work? He said that, and I quote, "Why did that not work? Because it literally worked when he pressed the button." Very strange. Hello, how is everybody doing? Happy New Year. Happy new cycle of the year. Hope everyone enjoyed the yearly cycle of time. We don't really have a New Year's celebration because it's all in a cyclical circulation. We have our own calendar. Hello, everybody. Hello, presently Petrichor. How are you? Happy New Year. Free Ratchet. I am free. I don't do any. I'm not bound by any kind of laws. Ratchet, Happy New Year. A year is a base of the phases of the many planets in the solar system, specifically when your planet orbits its sun. The sun is an incredibly large ball of fire. Really? Millions of times larger than your planet. That's very interesting. Ratchet, I invited you here to have cake with you. Oh, I would love to have cake with you, Rafe. And it's only one of billions and billions of likewise and larger balls of fire. Interesting. That is a fascinating concept that you have here in your world. In my world, we revolve around a moon, if you can believe it. But it's true. My planet revolves around the moon. And so we have lunar festivals when we can see the moon in the sky. I mean, not when we can see the moon in the sky, but when we see the moon closest in the sky, then we have a lunar festival. What's my favourite cake? I love cheesecake because it's got cheese in it, I think, but it doesn't taste like it got cheese in it, so it's not. It's beautifully deceptive, if you can believe it. I always bite into a cheesecake thinking, oh, this one's going to taste like cheese. And it doesn't. And I'm like, oh, you sneaky cake. And so that makes me happy. That makes me giggle. So as a result, I think cheesecake's got real character. Moons are better. Moons are pretty good. And within the many billions of fire, there are many other planets that could possibly contain life. Mathematically interesting. Where does the light come from? Oh, the light comes from the sun. We have two suns, and they're slightly smaller, but they revolve around our planet, known as Regale. So we still have a sun, but we don't revolve around it. It revolves around us. Now we all know this because we know the planetary bodies and we don't disagree. And the Earth's not flat because we're not morons.
I'm also happy when my cheesecake doesn't taste like cheese, believe it or not. Interesting. You have a large planet. We do. We do. Our planetary body known as Regale. Home of us. And home of my home, known as Kaitiaki. The Earth is flat. What do you mean? Oh, well, it's not flat on in my world. My world doesn't have a flat Earth. Because, oh, I gotta go. Bye.
A little bit broken, that process. That was weird. Goodbye. Ratchet couldn't explain why the Earth isn't flat. Yeah, it's not flat, Rafe. Oh, wait, no. Chris, sorry. Sorry, Rafe, you got hit with a stray. I want Ratchet plushie. I want that too, Rafe. I would love that. Make it happen. I mean, I would love that. Like, no joke. A Ratchet plushie would be so bloody cute. Accidentally made it canon that my planet I run is flat because there was a map in the corner where the players expected a globe, and I thought it would be funny. That's awesome. Uh, Ironically, my dead name is Chris. Oh no! Well, I apologize even more profusely. I apologize for the stray. Oh, I can hear more sweet little guitar. I think I need to edit that command clearly because it's had a bit of a squiffing because I didn't give it attention. That's okay though. Ratchet's returning to his world. Ratchet left again. Weird. Yeah, he went back. He wanted to just pop in and he whispered in my ear that he said that the Earth isn't flat. Um, but he also doesn't wish to dissuade anyone from studying the planets because if it's what they're passionate about, then he supports them 100%. Oh, he said 200%. That's very nice. Quite the stray, yeah. It's just funny every time there's a Chris in the chat. I'm like, hang on, wait, yeah, wait a second. What the hell? Yeah. Hold on, I just received an important message. Let me just quickly check it. Okay, cool. Oh, it was nudes. Oh, and yeah, he's not being pitted. Throne Ratchet saying he loves me too, AE. That's good. It wasn't, but I can believe that. Ratchet doesn't have a phone. And he doesn't know how to use it either. He wouldn't know how to use a phone. He's from a fantasy world. Look at this man's face. Does this guy look like he would know how to use a phone? I'm gonna teach him. Hey, you're gonna just call him in again one day just to teach him how to use a phone. I've started really liking drawing these mouths. Like sharp, sharp little like mouths like that. I really like it. He's cross-eyed currently, but that's okay. Get him one of them their Nokias. He'd like that. He'd like a little Nokia. I think they're small but resilient, like him. Ratchet has a sending stone. When he wants someone's attention, he throws the stone at them. Yeah, that's exactly what he does. When I look at that mouth, I see a smaller smiley face. Yeah, I agree. This guy, yeah. Ratchet, where are you looking? Both ways. Every way. That other eye was actually pretty good. There we go. No. No. Yeah, because he's looking in just a very interesting direction there. Imagine how much better it'd work with a Nokia. Yeah, true, true. Just a somehow happier dude. Someone sent Ratchet a sending stone message during the fight. Yeah, now he's all, what's the word, concussed. There you go. Make sure I'm not being, yeah. Now his eyes are looking for reception. Yeah, beep. Yeah, just they never look in the same direction as each other now. Someone ate all your cake. Well, Ratchet's not greedy, so it clearly wasn't all Ratchet. Ratchet would never take more than he needed. Maybe he needed all the cake though, so who can blame him? Now Ratchet can look both ways before crossing the street without turning his head. That's true. That's if anything, that's safer than him having eyes that go in the same direction. It's a good thing. He doesn't have a lazy eye. He has an adventurous pupil. I love that. That's actually really. That's kind of sweet. I haven't even drawn Armella's eyes either. So we'll get around to it. Gonna make her even more cross eyed. Because she's like. She doesn't even know what she's seeing, you know? I'm also gonna have to do some cell shading for both of them, really. But that's okay, because like I said, I didn't expect to get this done at all. Didn't get expect to get to coloring for a while, so that's okay. Oh, hydrate, guys. Beans, you grubbos. Gonna start using grubbos more, because you're all a bunch of grubbos. Sorry, I said that with, like, malice. I don't mean it with malice. I adore you all. However, you're all a bunch of grubbos. That was pretty correct, though. I have been back on the cut focused. On the cut, focused up. Awesome. Let me know how it goes. I hope it's very, very prosperous for you. I may be. Well, actually, I may need to bulk a little bit more before I go on the cut. But I will be probably cutting in the nearish future. Not during winter though. I hate the idea of cutting during winter. Cutting my bulk down. No way. I want the food. Starting back with your PT next week. I'm so excited for that. Excellent. I'm very excited for you. Uh, I've been going to the gym every single day since the year started just because I need to get back into that routine. And I'm thinking starting this year I may actually just go to the gym every single day. Back to 1500 to 1800 calories, 12,500 steps. Damn, that's astounding. But if anyone can do it, it's you as well. I've seen you punch through the cut like it was not like it was nothing, but you make it look effortless. So I don't. I'm not. I'm not going to be surprised when you achieve it. I've been out of routine for the last few weeks. Yeah, same. It's so easy to fall out of the routine, and that's okay. It's the holiday season, so you kind of got to just a little bit, just a little bit. That's fine. His backpack's like we'll need to figure out where he is a little bit. It's been like 8 weeks. I've only managed to make it for 5 weeks at the gym. Okay, that's fine. You know, I think I had been out for about 5 weeks myself, so Yeah, I realize, and now I wrote the numbers down. I see it's not that bad. Yeah, and from what I know of you, like if anyone can do that, it's you. I think you are fully capable of that goal, and I'm keen to see how it goes as well, because I think you're very good at managing stuff like that, and I don't think it's beyond your ability to make that, like, to absolutely smash that goal as well. But I just feel like I've lost a chunk of progress. Well, I think that, like, I think to give yourself a little bit of leniency, I think weight and strength fluctuate. It's an inevitability. It never goes up constantly. Even if you are regular and you're consistent, if you go to the gym every single day all year, I do not think you will consistently just go straight up. There will be dips, there will be ins and outs. I don't think it's not possible to just constantly push upwards. The goal is to get back down to 95 kilograms because I have a fair amount more muscle mass than the last time I was at 95. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome to see. Like, I can fully see that happening, and I'm so keen. I'm so keen. When I get to PAX, I wanna see them results. If that's a goal, for you. I'll be back at the end of the year, so we can always check results. Can check in with each other about our progress. You want to be 95 by June? Yeah, that's doable. I think that's doable. I think you got this. And I'm not just speaking as like the voice of positivity here as well. I think if I were to be confident in anyone's ability to succeed at this, I know you are very, very capable, especially in the gym scene. I've been to the gym with you, and yeah, I've never known someone to be so much larger than life in a space like a gym. And it's you, and I believe in you. Hello, Somno. How you doing? Happy New Year. I don't know. I'm talking as Ratchet. How you doing? Your voice is positivity. Oh, Bebo, you're a sweet bean. You're far too kind. You give me too much credit. I think we just are very lucky to have such a sweet community of good people, and it makes me feel more positive by the end result. You know what I mean? It's your fault. It's all of your fault. I'm now getting very nervous for starting with my PT again because it means more photos, and I was supposed to be cutting during that time, but I've put in an extra 3 kilograms than expected. I mean, I get that. Like, I fully get that. I'm supposed to be bulking, and by the time I got back to the gym, I'd lost 5 kilograms, and that cut me up. Like, inside, I felt really down on myself for a little while. I think, yeah, realistically, it's just a part of that journey, and you'll have the dips and the down. But if anything, that's kind of gonna help, like, help with the positivity when you get to that stage where you have achieved that goal. You're like, oh yeah, and I'd put 3 kilograms on just before we started, so I had that additional challenge to it. Because here's the thing, I know you're gonna smash it, so this added condition, if you will, is only gonna make that achievement all the more greater. So I think, yeah, I feel overconfident, but it's well placed. Never give up. Yeah, I have a very outgoing personality in the gym. Yeah, and I love it. It's so good. It's very inspiring, and I think I mean, I feel like surely you will have recognized it, but you've almost certainly inspired many people at your gym, and you give your gym this friendly face that people come to expect and recognize, and that makes the gym, easily, I would say, 50 to 60% better and more enjoyable to go to. So even if you don't necessarily recognize it,
you're also helping other people who are at the gym stay consistent, and you're motivating them too, whether you know it or not. And I think that's a very positive like takeaway, because you don't have to go to a gym and do that. It's not a mandatory field to create a positive environment for you to for a gym at all, but you do that, and I think that's very admirable. You know. What will help me is I'm going to try and start sharing more on Instagram again. Yeah, that'd be good. I think that helps keep yourself honest. Yeah, and it's like a nice reminder to see how far you've come as well, right? Do you actually enjoy uh, going my up to people and complimenting them on their efforts? Yeah, it's because you're a good guy. You're just a sweet little bean, you know? You're just such a positive influence, and you make that gym such a nice place to go to. From my experience, having been to the gym once, and like all gyms have a bit of an energy to them, but that's a good gym, and it's a gym with a good energy, and I think you're a good percentage of that, you know? This isn't me just buttering you up because you're my friend, but it's me just my observation, my honest observation of you. I'm going to Bad Omens concert with one of my gym bros later this month. Exactly, like that. That alone is like, you're just a great guy. You're just a good bean. I don't need to prove anything to you. You the best. I've been to 2 concerts with the gym manager. Yeah, um, that's excellent. That's so cool. I'm genuinely like really impressed by that as well. As someone who like I have a good uh client PT relationship with my PT. But I was jokingly in my head just like when and when I'm at a point where I'm not needing to have a PT anymore, or I'm deciding not to have a PT, how am I gonna broach that with them? Because I'm like, are we friends? Are we? And it's like I'm in that stage where we get along very well, but I'm just like, we friends. And I don't want to say that because it makes me sound like a kid. I'm like, are you my friend? Are we gonna have soft tacos later? Because also I know as a kid, I wasn't as like I was nowhere near as outgoing as I am now. So as a kid, I think my only memory of the "Are we friends?" conversation, or not conversation, but question, was met with no, and so it's like, uh, I'm not asking that question as an adult. I could not recover from the embarrassment. Do you want to play? Yeah, exactly. PTs deal with it every day. Yeah, absolutely. I had to stop my PT after 95 weeks of training. He was chill about it. Yeah. And like that, I know that nature is so like it's part of the job, and that's okay. But I'm such a I mean, I've said this stream, I'm such a not a sensitive person, but like such a sentimental person when it comes to things like that, that I'm always going to be sentimental about things like that. And I love meeting people, but it does it does break my heart a little bit when I don't see them again, or when I know I'm not going to see them again sometimes. But that's okay. It's part of life. He, in fact, told me to stop training with him for a while because he didn't want to cause me financial stress. Well, that's very good of them as well. And good that they would just tell you as well. But I'm getting back next week, and I'm gonna get him a gift for 100th week of training. Oh, that's so cute! I love that. That's such a sweet thing to do. I brought back my PT gotcha pom when I came back from Japan. Such a nice thing. It's just yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Gyms are cool. Just devolving to my just admiration and love of stuff like that.
Gotcha come? No, I didn't say come. I said gotcha pon. Someday I didn't bring my PT come. How could you how could you say this? Oh no. You ruined me. For his birthday, I took him a big bouquet of flowers, and he was shocked because he had never received flowers before. That's really sweet, and also a little bit heartbreaking, you know. Everyone deserves flowers, especially if they want them. It's just a universally understood way of telling someone that you care about them and that they deserve the praise. Gotcha come, that's my third step. Oh no. No. Oh god. No, you cannot have my absolutely not. Keep away. Back up, demon. Oh dear. Cryo, you're a menace. I know I've just spent the past few minutes complimenting you, but you're a menace. A welcome menace, of course, but a menace. I don't know if I want to bring up a joke from someone else's stream, but it was funny. No, I won't. I'll save it. Gimme no. I mean, I saw a thing say that this year cannot be the year of people trying to steal that from me. All right, I'm laying down the law now. I am making this a rule. Actually, see if this works. I'm making this a rule now. All right. No. Be good. So I think saying 75% of men will be gifted their first flowers at their deathbed. That is, yeah. No, hey, someday. Oi, oi. Oi, be good. Now I try to gift men flowers. That's very sweet of you. My PT said mostly as a joke. It made him feel a certain way. Oh, but I could tell it was special for him. That's really sweet. He's closer, easier to milk. No, ugh, I need to back up. I need to back off. I can't use the Zoom screen for a while. Not while you've got milk on the mind. You sick fucks. After I said all those nice things about you all. Ooh, man. Oh, hold on. I need to get that. So at the end of last year, I ordered a cool little device known as a toolbox. So I'm hoping to get that soon. However, today I realized that I hadn't actually ordered it, so I didn't end up spending any money, but also it didn't end up getting sent to me. So I've ordered it now. I'm hoping it'll come by soon, but I may need to wait a little bit longer as a result. But I can't wait. Oi! Oi! Stop talking about milking me. That's not happening. It's not what we do here. Behave. You little deviants. That doesn't work. Let's leave it. And she does have a hat, and I'm gonna add that, but I'm gonna add it last. Essentially. Can't wait for this package to arrive. Oi. You cultivate the community you want, Mouse.
And we're a community. No, that's Giggles' community, alright? I'm not like Giggles. Giggles is the conductor. So if you want a community, you can find it there. Give the shadow. Sorry. No, oh my god. No, I'm not glorifying that with a response. And he wants his community to make a milky broth to share. No, don't besmirch the beautiful name of soup with semen. Sorry. I know I'm the first one to say the word, but we all knew it was getting there. It was going that way. No. Be good. Bro does drink a lot of yakis. I do. Gotta stay probiotic. Ew. What do you mean, ew? What do you mean, ew? What did I say that grossed you out? What the f did I say that grossed you out? Oh, I said semen. That's fine. That's a medical term. That's more proper. Hey, you're filth. That's a medical term, and I'm Dr. Gary Moose. Oh my god, Somne. Do you say that? Hold on, I need to just quickly ask. Do you say this stuff in suited streams? Do you kiss your mother with that mouth? I'm not saying suited is your mother. However, is it just me? Do I get special treatment? No, she doesn't allow it. You know what? Fair enough. Interesting that she wouldn't. You know? Ayo, here comes the goo. You're filthy. Y'all I take back everything I said. Y'all are filthy. Y'all are horrible. I kissed my son's mother with this mouth. Sorry, my brain. That boggled my brain. Ugh. I guess this is what my 2025 is gonna be. Clearly. That's too big of a hat. Because we actually want to go through ahead. And it'll mean erasing certain parts, but that's okay. As organic as it gets. That's true. You aren't wrong there, but well, you're not wrong in a factual sense. You're definitely wrong in a moral sense. It doesn't accidentally say this. No, it doesn't accident. It does accidentally say this. Sucking it out from the source. I mean, that's as efficient as it gets, right? Jesus Christ. I was complimenting you guys like a minute ago. I take it all back. I take it all back. I hope you fail your cut, cryo. No, I'm joking. I would never wish that upon you. I still hope you succeed, but I hope it's tarnished. Oh my god, I'm so mad. Why are you mad? Why are you mad, Rafe? Also, thank you so much for redeeming self-care. I will do that. You're the one who said gotcha. No, I said gotcha pon. You said gotcha come. Don't you go putting this on me. I'm not responsible. You're responsible. Take responsibility. I was doing all that work, and then out of nowhere, my Sim's grandpa died, so now I have to get him maxed out on cooking so I can bring him back because he's not supposed to die in the story. Oh no! That's not good. It reminds me, I saw a video of a lady who was saying, ladies, you can get all your protein needs from your man with 30 grams of protein per serve. The entire comment section was, there's not even 30 grams of substance, and protect the man who told her this. Yeah, Grace said, gotcha come for my PT. What? No, gotcha pon. Stop trying to put words in my mouth. I know your game. You're trying to put my in your mouth. No. No. Listen here, you weirdies. Chill out. That's bad. That's not a good hat. I'm done with Sims for the night. Fair enough. Fair enough. Gray, Gray would try and rewrite history. Yeah, I would. Because history's written by the victors. And I never lose. Hello, Nex. How you doing? Merry Happy New Year. For those of you who don't know, Nex is an original member of Blue Steel, the adventuring party that Ratchet was once a part of. We're just trying to get to test his hysterectomy. Oh god. Nex, you don't need a rundown of what's been going on. It's chaos. As per here. But yeah. But yeah. It's my usual brand of chaos. I've been back for one stream, and it's already devolved back into chaos, which is, good in a sense, but bad in all the other senses. Most so the so the usual, yeah. Uh, Mostly milk and grey, yeah. That has come up. I was gonna talk about my goals for the year and all my plans. Now it's not gonna happen because I'm too busy trying to manage you dinguses and consuming. Oh god, yeah, great, gross, yeah. You're grossed out? Yeah, me too. Man, I'm so happy that I can draw straight lines. I agree, Nex. It is gross. Nuh-uh. What do you mean? What the hell? No, we're not making this year that hashtag. Absolutely not. I feel like I can't raid into another stream tonight because I know that you guys won't be on your best behavior. We've done it for millennia. Purely for gym gains. It's for the protein. Guys, you can get your protein elsewhere. We're in the modern age. There are other ways to get protein. I also almost forgot to put Armella's sword in her backpack. Too sleepy for shenanigans. That's fair. I don't know. Seems fake. What do you mean? Seems fake. You can't just go strong disagree without citing some sort of source. And before you guys say it, I don't mean that source. I've already beat you to it. You can, if you say it, you're a lame-o. I'm gonna start using Milk Crayon Milk Mouse ink on my Insta posts. You mean your like gym Insta posts? That would be really weird. Yeah, where do we get 30 grams of protein a day, Maz? I don't know. Maybe from a fucking protein shake and chicken. Eat hummus. That hummus doesn't have much protein in it. I take that back. Gray sauce, yeah. These are certainly high levels of shenanigans. They are. Yeah. Yellow monsters. Um, it's like anatomically that's butt, but it's also like it's not a lot of butt. Because why would there be a lot of butt? We don't need it. We don't need many butt. That also squares that angle off, so I'm actually not going to do that. I'm gonna have a better quality protein. Just gonna have a better quality protein shake. Clearly, Rafe, thank you. That is good. Yeah, I agree with that. Let me get caffeine. Yeah, caffeinate next. Yeah, you really want to contribute to this conversation. That's for sure. Yeah, you don't. Hint, you don't. No one does. I certainly don't. I don't think you do, no. Not gonna get the satisfaction shaking a protein drink that I would wringing out the shot of. Oh god, that's so horrible. That's so awful. That's such a horrifying mental image for me, and I, I gotta shut this down. Y'all, chill out. I was gonna say, I'm gonna add that to. Oh, add that to my protein shake. Oh man. Ugh. You know what? For once, I'm actually just glad that Rathy isn't here. I fear what they would contribute to this conversation. I've got enough chaotic energy to go around. Well, that's cool. I fear for myself, though. Nothing like wringing anything out. Yeah. We're actually kind of finished, like, with the line art for this part. But I'm just adding a few little embellishments just to make the ground look a little bit more interesting. And, like, sure, we'll get more interesting stuff added in, but, you know. Don't worry, Frosty is streaming now, so you can just let loose in his chat. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'll just take it out on Frosty. Speaking of ringing, no, I'm not gonna go there. For me, it's fun because I have no mental images. These are just words on paper, and others have to deal with the trauma. That's true. Uh, it's true. I'm gonna hassle him. Maybe it'll depend on who's streaming when I go to raid, of course, because like if suited is live, I gotta go raid suited, of course. Suited was one of my most rated of last year. So I got to keep that up because Suited is my nemesis as well. So, you know. Those are very big mushrooms. I'm gonna leave that. But I would chase a cat around a house shouting and barking and a barking manner about climbing shit they shouldn't. He loves foil. Oh no, Carlo loves a bit of foil. Hey, happy new soup year, Glenn. Happy new soup year. I hope you're doing good. So lovely to see you. And jumping, oh yeah. Must be more tired than I thought. My thing is getting horrible. Your thing. Oh no, please don't tell me the food you're cooking is getting horrible. That would be tragedy. He's fucked his paw, so he's not supposed to be jumping. Ah. Then in that case, a simple solution, if I may. Wrap him in a towel permanently. Make him slug. Oh, my typing. Ah. That makes sense now. That tracks. Wrap the little bean in a towel. Make him live out the rest of his days within that. I'm gonna work on a lot more like messy sketch work. Because I like messy sketch work and I don't want to be good anymore. I want to be passable and efficient, but also good. You know what I mean? No, the food was excellent. I forgot to take a photo. It got eaten so fast. Show me the picture. I want to see. Either by rook or by crook, I will see it. Tomorrow's deadlift day. Yippee! Deadlift day, the best day of the week. You deadlift way too much or ego lift, guess what? You get to end the day early because you're gonna pass out. For context, Carlo doesn't really meow. I burritoed him and he screamed at me for like 5 minutes. Well then in that case, you're gonna need to, and this has always worked for me, so it's just based on personal experience. So if it doesn't end up working, that's fine. It worked for all my cats. Is that you need to frame them for a crime that they didn't commit, and then have the police on their tail. Ooh, lol. Nice pun. On their tail for the next 25 years, or until they clear their name, and then return to civilization as a free man. That's what you gotta do. But more likely, I'll be headed off shortly because I'm tired and need to shower. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I appreciate you being here all the same, Crow, even though you did, even with all your talk about ringing out and things like that. Hell yeah, ego lift, and you could have like 2 to 6 months off. Exactly, ego lift, and guess what? Your 1 hour gym sesh becomes a 1 minute gym sesh. That's efficient. That's speed running. What about giving him his meds every morning? That'd be his problem. You're right. It's what I do for Greymas, but for cats. You need to steal their identity. Yeah, exactly. That was going to become a new emote, the identity theft emote, but I couldn't figure out how to make it work. Then again, maybe it will be. Maybe I can make it work. I lurk. Boif needs to be menaced. Fair enough. Fair enough. He deserves it too. For everything he's done. If you're still here next, let Frosty know that I hate him. Thank you. I know, I have an idea. Ooh. Yes. I was going to make it like, like the police showing their ID, but it's just a mouse showing an ID, but it's not his. That was my idea. I don't care for that. Let's just leave the hairline as it is. I might give it just a slightly thicker cel-shaded line, of course, but not by much. And then I did it by much, but that's because I kind of didn't like the way it looked. What if you drew the mouse but dressed as my character, or vice versa? That'd be good. Or both. I'll have it also. That'd be cute. A couple's emote. Oh dear, I'm gonna get in trouble for that. No, probably not. I mean, then again.
Yay, Miri, how you doing? Have you ever stolen? Welcome back. How's the painting going? You ever stolen an identity before? Just casual questions. And if so, how'd you do it? Currently, no. Getting a whole jacket sketch done. Hey, excellent. But never? That sounds. I'm not a cop, so you don't have to worry. This guy, but with your mouse head for a hoodie. That'd be cute. I plead the fifth. Oh, well, then I can't do anything about it. Oh, then my work here is done. I've exhausted all my resources. Hey, that'd be cute. I could do that as an emote. I would be down. Think we're pretty much done. I just need to draw in a shadow for these two. But other than that, I think we can make this work. Whole jacket sketch as well. That sounds very interesting. What are you working on the jacket? If I may ask, if I may be so bold. We start here. This is how the shadow begins. And then because Armella is wearing a big ass hat, we cover it. Because she got big ass shoulders, because she's awesome. Fill that in too. It's like a funny little weather vane. And because she's got a ratchet on her side, we cover that. That works. It doesn't need to be complicated, I just needed to include it in the cell shading part. My stream is awesome to work along to. Oh, I appreciate it. I appreciate you. And I appreciate that you're working on something creative and chilling out while here. That being said, if you were just here, also very much appreciated. All versions are, all forms of enjoyment are very valid. It's a kitty in front of a spooky tree and giant moon. I love it. That sounds amazing. Commission piece. Ooh, amazing, amazing, amazing. If you ever feel like sharing it, it is more than welcome in the Discord. But also because it's a commission piece, I wouldn't wanna ask for you to share it if that's not on the cards. But that sounds so cool, and your clothing pieces are awesome. So it's gonna look awesome. Ad coming up. 3 seconds, guys. Beans. See you in a bit. Once you get some progress, you can post it. You have permission already. Awesome. Love to hear that. No, that's great. Well, then I can't wait to see it. Also, ad is starting soon. Alright. Leave it, let it be there. Once the poster note goes up, I won't say too much to spoil anything. But we'll see. Okay, let's do some coloring though. We're gonna have to do. It's gonna be a bit more complicated than usual. I need color. Oh no. Shit. I have no colored space. That's fine. Somehow I escaped ad jail. Yeah, I think everyone's currently escaping ad jail because it's just. Oh, there it is. Boom. The post-it note didn't come up. Have you still escaped it, Miri? Or was that preemptive? Hold on, hold on. We'll either get a Miri saying, I escaped it, or a Miri going, dang it. I'm in ad jail. Yeah, knew it. Oh, tragique.
Overconfidence, as it is said in Darkest Dungeon, overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. What does that mean in this context, you may ask? Well, exactly what it says on the tin. If you are confident in streams, then you're going to be punished for it, which is tragic. But it is the luck of the draw. Luck of the ad draw. I love that. I escaped ad jail. The ads hadn't started running yet. I'm in ad jail. It's good. But yes, don't do anything cool. Me. Got a giant ass shadow to work with in this panel. So we'll see how we go. But we gotta start with the flat layers and we'll figure it out from there. Oh. You just have to get these really complicated layers down and then the rest will just figure itself out. Gonna just leave the rest to fend for itself. But I do know that this chapter will challenge me because it's full of some really complicated parts. We're going to get to Timberstone, which is the town. It'll be heavily populated, so it's so much. Oh, sweet freedom. Welcome back, Miri. I was saying, overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. So I am very happy that it turned out that way because it was very funny for me. But yeah, I was just talking about how this chapter is going to be really complicated. Because there are going to be some very complicated pieces. There are going to be townscapes with just people. There's going to be hustle and bustle. There's going to be a lot of proportional stuff because Ratchet is tiny. He's the tiniest little bean. So he's going to be very oftentimes he's going to be small and we'll be seeing from his perspective. So he'll be looking up a lot. And so characters will have a lot more of that perspective tilt on them. So I am both keen for that as an opportunity to grow, but also I'm bricking it because I feel fear. The overconfident bug has bitten me many times. I've got a pile of abandoned pieces. Oh no, that's no good. I need to quickly grab something from my inner spaces because I finally not solved the issue, but I finally grew up as an artist and I now put the chapters on in different folders and new folders. So I actually need to go back to the old volume. It's also ADHD though, yes. Yeah, that's fair. I get that. I respect that. I have to go back to the old folder to grab the colors that I used, the color palette that I used for Armella and for Ratchet. Gonna grab a little sip of the bean juice. Oh, never mind. Where's one with them both in it, like fully? This one. If you haven't read up to chapter 3, spoilers, just very quickly. Spoilers for chapter 3. But chapter 3 is also out and free to read for everybody. So if you haven't read it, what are you doing here? Ya beans? Okay.
Gonna start with the most important colors. Covers eyes. Oh no, you haven't read. Oh, cover your eyes. Don't worry, it's just one conversation. One small conversation, so you won't need to worry about that. I didn't know for certain if people in the chat had read chapter 3 or not, so I made sure to avoid spoilery pages. So don't worry about that. There are some pages that I'm really, really keen for people to read because it will reveal some pretty cool stuff that I have been really, really excited to drop on you all for a while. Especially after the reception that I got for chapter 1 and the reception I got for a very specific character as well. There is one character in this comic series who people really wanted to see more and more of, and they've gotten to see a little bit more of them. However, maybe they didn't get their wishes fully granted. But I like doing that. I like not. Is it hot, Dad? It's Carlos. It's Carlos. Yeah. Actually, put the phone down. Oh no. Well, if like that feels like a really nice compliment. Oh, that's the wrong color. A really nice compliment to your eagerness to read that you don't want it to be spoiled. So I'm flattered. But yeah. But yeah, it's like it's one of those really funny things. I don't want to spoil something that I worked really hard on building up. So you won't see it while I'm working on these pages. I can promise you that much. I wouldn't want to spoil that. It's a good bit that I'm really excited for, and I really like how it turned out as well. Who's Hot Dad? I cannot tell you who Hot Dad is. You're gonna have to read the comic. Have you not read the comic, Rafe? You don't know who Hot Dad is? Notorious Hot Dad. Been waiting for more to be done to read. I'll be caught up this week. Hey, that's all good, Miri. Enjoy is all I have to say. I just hope you enjoy. That's all I hope. Well, you can read chapter 1 to find out about Hot Dad. I'm not great with unfinished works. That's fair. That's fair. Like Rafe, don't you worry. I totally understand, and I'm not gonna. I wouldn't want to push you to read it if you're not if that's not how you read these kinds of things. That being said, I can explain who Hot Dad is in a moment. Because it's not a spoiler for anything. I don't think. Explaining who a character is not really a spoiler, I don't think. Especially if they're in chapter 1. But the Hot Dad that Cryo is talking about is Ratchet's father, his adoptive father. So Ratchet was adopted by a human man and then was raised by him. That character's name is Dogen. And at the release of chapter 1, I received a lot of questions about this particular dad. Specifically, whether or not he was single. What he liked in a potential partner. I got a lot of, is he single questions. I thought I was Hot Dad. That's you, also you. Yeah. Oh, you meant your character? Oh, well, the other Hot Dad hasn't shown up yet. Did you just say Hot Dad isn't important? No. No, he's not important. It just means you got to keep working till you finish the whole comic if you want me to read. Well, in that case, I better get cracking. It's gonna take a while to finish the comic, but I'll hurry up. I'll hurry up. For you, Rafe, I'll hurry up. And then Ratchet and Armella use the same color for pants and stuff. All good things to those who wait. Exactly. And I'm not in any kind of rush to finish it per se, but I am also keen to get to the really like meaty bits of the series for sure. And even more so, like, um, there will be a few like telltale points in the series where I'll actually go and get sections of, well, not sections, but volumes of this comic published or printed. Sorry, not published. Printed. I don't want to get it published until it's all done. So that is also something to look forward to. Is that eventually there will be these published works, and first one with an autograph. Let me buy it. Yeah, well, eventually, yeah. Once I get it all printed and stuff, there will be an actual print version for you to get. So don't you worry about that. I'm really keen to do something like that, so that's on my list. Well, if you'd pull your finger out and focus up, you'd be done by Thursday. Absolutely not. There is no way I'd be able to finish it by Thursday. There is no way. You know how much of this there is still left to do? So much. So much. Like, it's crazy how much there is actually left to do. We're not even really into the meat of the story yet, like, realistically speaking. There will become. You'll heard it. No, there's more to come. I don't think I've been around long enough to get the first one privilege. You never know. I think that's gonna be. Well, the first one's going to me, or I'm gonna like. Well, like there are a few people like there are a few sentimental first ones that will be going out, of course, or first few that will go to people who made a huge difference in my life, and got me interested in art. There are people who believed in me long before I believed in myself, long before I even took up the story of Wretch and the Beanstalk Brigade. People like that, they'll kind of get the first few volumes and things. No more, no more to, no more to it, not more of it. No, stop! I'm trying to be actually sentimental. You ruined it. That's what I mean. You got to get the sentimental people fixed up first. Yeah, then those people will get the first volumes and things like that. People I've dedicated volumes to, they'll get those first and things like that. My sister and best friend get all your first volumes. Yeah, exactly. You get it, Rafe. Oh, I don't get one of those. I just bully him while he tries to work. You have to pay full price for it. Cryo. Even when it goes on discount. It'll track your IP, and then it'll be like, oh, it's cryo, and then it'll give you the full marked up price. You never get the discount. For everything you put me through, you don't get discounts. Never. Wow. You have to pay triple. Yeah, it's like that bit in Harry Potter when Ron's trying to get a discount from his brother's like joke store, and they're just like they upcharge him. It's exactly that. Hey Rufio, how you doing? Happy New Year. How you been? I'm a character and I have to pay per page. Oh, that's horrible. That's so rough. I'm not gonna do that. That's too cruel. I don't think anyone deserves that necessarily. Like even like people that I'm not particularly fond of, they're
welcome to buy it. However, I won't be signing a copy for him. I don't really have enemies, what am I saying? But if I did, they could also get the comic. Once it goes to print, it's for everyone. Speaking of my sister and my books, I have a beef with my sister in regards to my book ideas. Oh, okay. It's a pay-per-view of the book. Well, that's you pay per view. I'm trying to do a paper joke, but it's too much into the pay-per-view kind of thing. I'm chilling. I've been very productive with art this week, and I'm hoping this will continue. I've been making a ton of art in a really short amount of time, which is crazy for you. Hey, nice, congrats! I love to hear that. I'll keep my fingers crossed for you as well. I hope the productivity is here to stay. She randomly has dreams about my characters. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Every time I show it, I need to microtransaction to open the book. Like there's a toll on the book. Oh god, that's horrible. That's pretty greedy. $2.99 every time I look at it. You'd look at it like once and then never again. Surely. I wouldn't blame you. That feels super greedy. To my dear friend Cryo. Yeah, there's like a signature in it. And it's to my dear friend Cryo. This'll cost you. But a lot of times it's about characters I haven't told her about. Oh, weird. Being productive is the power of getting a new hyperfixation and just really wanting to make fan art. I love that. No, that's awesome. What is your current hyperfixation, if I may ask? What are you currently making a ton of art for? Tell me. I wish to know. I'm keen to know. Is it Ratchet and the Beanstalk Brigade? That'd be. I'd actually cry. So please don't say yes. Anytime people make fan art for my stuff, I do actually like. I do get teary eyed. So. uh, oh, so much going on. Hydrate. One time she was describing these two characters, and I'm sitting there like, that's literally Rafe 2 and Sia 3. How did you dream this? Oh, wow. Absolutely fan art field. Yeah, absolutely. I used to be for a very long time. Sometimes I do feel like my comic is just fan art of my own characters. Sometimes it does feel like that. To my dear friend Cryo, get fucked. You can't lift good. Oh, that feels cruel. I would for like signed copies, I'd want to do little drawings in them as well. So I draw you with like little chicken legs, and not lifting like not being able to lift like 15 kilograms or something ridiculously embarrassing. So uh yeah, it's Yu Yu Hakusho at the moment. I haven't watched a good shonen anime in a long time, and this has been a great show. Ooh, I will have a look at that after stream. That sounds wicked. Great show. I'm into Hunter. I like Hunter as well. Miri, you got great taste. I was put onto Hunter quite recently, and it has definitely appealed to me. I think it's super cool. I love Yu Yu Hakusho. Got a huge, uh, I got on a huge draw Kuwabara kick a few years back, and it was really not that bad. That's cool. That's wicked. Good on you. Good on you, Rafe. This sounds like a great anime. I might check it out. Alright, gotta head off. Alright, Cryo, have a good one. Sleep well, lift well, and I'll see you real soon, I'm sure. Love you all. Love you too. Bye bye. Shower time, and you'll probably be gone by the time I get back. Fair enough. Potentially, we shall see. But not as much as go. Jeeves. Oh dear. Not that grey mouse milk. Hashtag. Such trouble. That's gonna cause trouble for me, I'm sure of it.
my name will get out there eventually. The comic will do really, really well, and then Grey Mouse Milk will come out, and people will be like, "Oh yeah, that weird period of time when people were just trying to milk Grey Mouse." Hey, what kid though? Oh god, there's emotes. When I first watched it, I hated Kuwabara, but in my second watch, he really grew on you. Nice. That's good. That's a good sign. If you can get characters that you'd like hugely dislike and you like them eventually, I think that speaks to the writing, that the writing kind of lives on or ages well, I guess. As you get older, you can kind of recognize the deeper levels of a character, and they stop becoming just a character who annoyed you, but they become something like a character with a little bit of a deeper meaning. And the Grey Mouse Milk now with 30 grams of protein. Okay, I'm done forever. Thank you. I appreciate that, Rafe. I appreciate that. And the creatine in his system. I mean, yes, I do. I do drink creatine. I won't comment any further on the subject. I don't know what that kind of will mean for my um, output, so to speak. And I don't wish to comment on it, I think. Yes, I'm going to stay diplomatic on this and neutral and not speak any further. Yes. Yeehaw! Yay. Just gotta. I can't weigh in at this point. It's too dangerous for me to weigh in. It doesn't need to become my new thing. I want soup to remain my thing. Soup is good. Soup can't harm me. Soup isn't quite as cursed, you know? Uh, Kuwabara is God's most cringe man, and I mean that so positively. He's very silly, and I admire it about him. Nice. That's a if there was ever a good like recommendation for a character, that would be it, or a good summary of a character, that would be it. I've been on a Inuyasha kick lately. That's cool. I have no idea what that is, but it sounds cool. There, I had a moment like that on stream, and it was immediately clipped. Oh, was it? I think I know what that was. I was there for it. Yeah, I think I know what it is. For your own well-being, I won't. I won't repeat it. As a dear friend of the stream, I will save you some. I will save you remembering it. As that. Yeah, I remember. I remember. I mean, of all the things to kind of be clipped for, that would be one of them, you know? It's gonna be memorable. That's a word, yeah. I saw a scene on Reels the other day and heard Inuyasha's voice, and it was the biggest. Oh yeah, that's cool. You're very welcome, Mary. Don't worry, I won't. I will spare you, spare you any of that scorn or whatever would the fallout would be for it. What's that word when something is a good memory? Nostalgic. Yeah, good one, Mary. Deja vu? No, not deja vu. Nostalgic? Just repeat Mary's words. Super nostalgic. Ah, nice. We love that. I have thoughts and opinions on Inuyasha. Honestly, that during a conversation with another friend about Yu Yu Hakusho, and a friend said a certain character looked like Inuyasha, and I had to compare the dates of when the two came out, and YYH was the first in the timeline. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's well. There's always kind of some some characters are like not derivatives, are derived from other characters. Uh, so it wouldn't surprise me, you know. Last time I watched it was probably I was probably 15, so 20 years ago. Oh yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Huge painting of Inuyasha on my wall. Was it Yoko? Yes, it was Yoko. Uh, it's cool that you guys can like, yeah, recognize it as well. Recognize the characters, or just know the big sheep. And now I just need a red, so I'm just gonna take Ratchet's little red. He looks more like Sesshumaru emo. Prettier face, you know? Oh yeah, I get you. We love a pretty faced anime character. If they hunky and beautiful, then I want to know about them, you know? Ishi boy. Ah, that tracks. That's cool. If they hot, I want to know about them. You know? I don't know why I clapped, but like really badly clapped. How much time do we got? We got a little bit more time. That's good. That's good. Whoa. I fully didn't expect to get any further than the line art today, but that's good. Ooh, also, this is actually kind of important. I'm streaming 5 times a week now. Big update, everybody. I'm streaming five nights a week from now on. I mean, I'll post a gif of him in the Disco if you like. I would love that, actually. Thank you so much, Rafe. I need to know how pretty. What are we talking about when we say pretty? I need to know. Yes, so from this year on, I will be streaming 5 nights a week. So Monday, Tuesday. Monday and Tuesday will be comic streams. So working on the comic, making progress on chapter 4, and hopefully chapter 5. We shall see. Thursday will be indie game night, so probably playing a lot more Hades. I love Hades, so we're probably going to be playing a little bit more of that. Yeah, that's a good, pretty gif of him. Excellent. I can't wait. Friday night will be big game night, so a game that is slightly longer and will take longer to complete. So the current backlog, or current backlog so far, is that it will be Yakuza. So we'll be playing Yakuza 0 for the first part of this year. And then Sunday, I have returned the Sunday stream to the Grey Mouse stream timeline. However, we will not be working on the comic unless we need to reach a deadline. We will instead be working on concept art. And this can be as little logos for things in the world, bottles for background areas, or whole backgrounds altogether. So that's kind of going to be what we dedicate Sunday for. A nice little bit of world building and comic kind of building. So yeah. And that's my plan. I thought I should probably tell you because it's a bit of a big step up that we gonna be around more often during the week. And hopefully y'all will have a little bit more to look forward to when it comes to the streams or stream times. If you're not available for certain streams, then you will likely find a stream that you have time for if that is what you're looking for. If you're looking to chill out, they're all going to be pretty chill. Other than the Hades streams where I'm going to be losing my shit. For that, you knew. Man, I just remembered I used to have a Sesshumaru blanket. Ooh, big fan. Good on ya. I need to check. I missed the Persona stream. Ah, Rave. Well, we might bring back the Persona stream. I just originally I felt it was too long. Like we weren't making a whole lot of progress on it, so that's why I kind of tossed it. But I could always bring it back. Never say never. I will also be adding a little something, which I'm kind of saving as a bit of a surprise, but it's going to be more of a it's going to be a more interactive stream that will kind of crop up every so often on a Thursday. So some nights when we're not playing an indie game, there will be something else to play, and it won't actually be me playing it. It'll be all of you playing it. It'll be kind of like D&D, but with a lot of drawing and a lot less dice rolling, but also a lot of story and improv and you know a lot of what makes D&D fun, at least for me. So we've got that coming up. There's no point in me hiding it. I may as well tell you. I'm planning on setting up some stuff which will eventually help or allow me to play Thousand Year Old Vampire with you all. So for those of you who don't know, Thousand Year Old Vampire is a it's like a choose your own adventure book. However, it's heavily reliant on dice rolls that will dictate whether you move forward or backwards, and it has a series of random not random prompts, but various prompts that are dedicated to your vampire, the vampire that you play as, progressing through time and living out their essentially eternal lifespan. And there will be things that you need to collect or have in order to continue surviving through your lifespan. But ultimately, it can come down to dice rolls, and the vampire can die in certain periods of time. So my plan for it is that I'm going to set up a bunch of different backgrounds that may just be like stock imagery or just imagery, and draw a bunch of little characters and little bits and pieces. I don't know, y'all should just play D&D with you. That would be cool, but also I think this will have more time for, and that's kind of where it comes down to. Because D&D can take a long time. And I don't got time for it. But I do want to try this out, so it'll be very interesting to see how it works on stream. But I'm willing to give it a try. Sounds like an interesting watch. Yeah, I think so too. I think if I set it up right, it'll be a lot of fun. So I'm really keen to give it a try, and it may become one of those things that I make as like a redemption, like a redeem. So one of the higher end redeems will play like a round of Thousand Year Old Vampire, which I think might be fun. Most of my games are long term, and I don't plan on changing. That's also fair. Yeah, no, I just got to learn to write one shots. Yeah, one shots are cool, but I don't think they're for everybody. I really struggled to get into one shots, so I can definitely respect that. I also like a big overarching story, if that wasn't obvious with the comic, you know. If my comic didn't make it blatantly obvious that I like a big overarching story, then the fact that I like to run D&D campaigns that take forever is a good sign. That being said, I'm not sure about whether or not I'll want to play D&D this year. If anything, like, because I've played it a lot in my lifetime, so I feel a bit burnt out by it. At least recently, I have felt that. So, trying to find some Australian place for D&D though. You guys have the same active hours as I do. Well, that's good. That would work out for you then. And I think there are plenty of people who are keen on D&D too in Australia, so I don't think you would struggle too bad to find anyone. You can skip this year. Yeah, I think that might be what I'm gonna plan on doing, because I know I'm going to be busy this year. Like, I am fully prepared to be very, very busy this year. So I'm gonna need to make some sacrifices, and since I am feeling a little burnt out by D&D, that may just be an easy sacrifice. If you know what I mean? It's like I wouldn't want to give up anything really, but if I were to give something up, I think I could take a break from D&D for a bit. Not that I have any authority over your choices. I'm just saying you're valid in not playing. I appreciate that, Rafe. I do, and I get where you're coming from as well. But yeah, like no, I am. It's not that I like no longer enjoy D&D. It's just that I'm finding less reason to put time into it. If you catch my drift. Since I'm putting more and more time into the comic and then also this Grey Mouse stuff. I do probably need time for that, so I need to find places to find time. Also, hello, Silent. How are you doing? Look who it is. I'm back, baby. How are you? Hope you didn't miss me too much. Let's fight. Straight to it. What time? Oh, I got about 12 minutes. I might just quickly. There's one thing I want to get filled in. Let's make that more circly. You idiots, that's an oval. More circly. Gotta say, I love Open Season, the movie. Watched it at Christmas. Fantastic. Fill it in, yeah, baby. I have customers who now jokingly invite me to fight in the parking lot with them because I say that so much. That's cool. That's sweet. I think. No, that's pretty cool. Uh, I see you don't work at Denny's. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. That tracks, that tracks. I don't need the draft anymore. Get rid of it. No, just a little Ma and Pa convenience store. Oh, nice. I think I've learned a little bit better of how to draw grass. A little bit. Also, for those of you who don't know, I'm drawing this. It's a big stone obelisk. That's why we've got a big old shadow to work with. Yeah. But I'm filling this in because we're gonna almost be done for the day. And I'd like to have just this big shadow taken care of. Um, but it would make more sense if I worked at a Waffle House from what I hear. Wow, I like how it looks. It's not too much, but not too little. Thank you so much, Rafe. I appreciate the kind words. Uh, why you drawing the Uchiha clan massacre? I don't know what that is. I don't watch Dragon Ball Z. Like that tiny mushroom sneaking up on them. Yeah, this guy's the villain of the story. He's gonna try and kill Ratchet. Little hidden mushroom.
Trying to work with more like rough lines. Catch my drift? More rough. Uncultured swine. Mushroom is actually the big bad. Yeah, actually the villain. Yeah, it's all a ploy, not a ploy. It's all like being established really early on that I've already introduced the main villain. 3 chapters in. Want to play so that when it gets to the end of the series, people will be like, "Wow, that Grey Mouse, he was 3 or 4 steps ahead. He always knew. I mean, he always kept dropping in little things. He seemed mad at first, but now it all just makes sense. The mouse was a madman. No spoilers for you. Don't worry, no spoilers. More off lines. Got it, mouse wants to call the lines daddy. Yep, you got me. You caught me. I want the lines to dom me? Question mark? Right? I don't know. Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, that sounds about right, right? Yeah. The perspective looks good as well, which I'm happy with. The fact that the perspective actually kind of works. Really need to do a little bit of that. Because we've got Shadow kind of cresting over the bushes as well. Let's be real. They're not going to avoid them. At least not going to be able to, anyway. I do appreciate how, like, I've gotten way better at making the characters consistent across pages. That's been really like that's felt like a real big win for me. Is that the characters do look consistent across panels, especially Ratchet, who I've drawn maybe 100 times at this point. So that definitely feels good. The hell was that? It's like the boot of that guy's car. Like makes a blipping, like full loud noise. It's very weird. Very unsettling too. That was it. Oh, we got 4 minutes. Alright, cool. We got time. We got time. Alright. We're not going to finish the Shadow Slayer, but that's okay. Shadow Slayer. Still think about that now. Can't not think about that. Okay. Oh, it's still very unsettling. Even though I know what it is, it's like, ugh. Such a weird noise for a car to make. As you can see, Ratchet is kind of standing on Armella's backpack in this one. It's kind of like snailed up. He's all snaily. It's a little bit of a twisted arm, but that's okay. If I need to fix it, I'll fix it. You're shaking your weird golem butt. Gotta focus, we got 1 minute left. Ugh. I should probably call it there. If I think about it. I think that's good. Good enough. You know? Yeah, we'll call it there. That's pretty good. Quickly export this one panel. Is this it? It is not. I need a new file. Chapter 4. Cool. Oh, thank you, Rafe. I appreciate that. And I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for being here. Now, you like the purple Armella wears? Ah, oh, I'm glad. Yeah, I do too. It's a really nice color. So I'm really happy with how it's turned out and how it looks on the page too. It's one of your favorite shades? Ah. That's very, the word I'm looking for. Very lovely to hear. Let's just say there. Now, where do I post things? Oh yeah, Art by Gray. Also let me crop it down. We'll sort out all this, administration stuff. I usually just do this because if we get art text, then I want to have something to show. You know? So it's a little moment of fiddly editing, and then boom, we're off. Hey, son. So lovely to see you. Happy New Year. How you doing? How was your New Year? How was your holidays? I hope they were great. It's this nice two people standing in a liminal space. I'm very happy with how that looks. Very cute. Who are we gonna beat up? Nobody. We don't beat up anybody. We steal their ches. We steal their ches and we wish them well. Unless they don't give us the ches, then we wish them not well. If you know what I mean. Just quickly also saving the Pluto one, because it's cute. The Grubbo style working real hard on that one. Holidays, but it's a raid. That's true. That's true. Holidays and New Year's were both good. It was great to have much needed break. That is fair. Yeah, like the break was so important. I think I really needed that. I needed to reframe a lot, reframe my mentality on some things. So I definitely needed it. It was very good, and then also I got to see my family again, which is something I don't get to do very often. It's kind of rare, but just because we live so far apart, so it was very much needed. I think. Is Grey Mouse buff? What? This vote? What was a vote covered up for? Silent. Tell me not to get a soda. It's bedtime. Don't get a soda. It's bedtime. That's coffee time.
you're about to go to sleep, you need some coffee beans in your system. What the hell does Bilbo Baggins mean? What? In terms of buffness, I ain't got no clue what's going on. Well then, who set up the poll about if I'm buff? Oh, it's probably Cryo. No, Cryo's not here. Cryo's gone, and you're the only mod other than Nex. So I don't trust you, Silent. I think you're up to shit again. You're up to stuff. I'll let this poll end, and then we'll start looking at who to raid. I'm Bilbo Baggins.
Damn it.
Well, heck. I guess they can't be wrong. They can't be wrong. Polls can't be wrong. It's democracy in action. Alright. Jump to the end screen. Make sure I'm here on the end screen. Hello. Bilbo can't stop me from drinking a soda. That's true. That's true, he can't. And I am Bilbo Baggins. So, I can't stop you. Bilbo Baggins wrestled a dragon so he's buff. Oh, well then, I guess that's a positive. I guess I am being, flattered. I was trying to think of the word. I couldn't. Oh, Frosty's playing Hollow Knight. That's pretty compelling. That's pretty compelling. Frosty is playing Hollow Knight, and we could beat up Frosty as well. So, two birds, one stone, really. Yeah, let's go in. Let's go say hi to Frosty. Make sure that your steel is beans. Steel is. I'm also a little rambunctious. Good. Well, make sure that you continue being rambunctious for Frosty. Thank you all so much for being here. Really appreciated it. It's so good to be back. So good to have you all here. So good to see you all again. So I'm really hoping that this year's going to be busy, productive, but just good. Because I think it will be. I got very good and high hopes for this year. The Chaos has to start strong on the first stream of the new year. Exactly, Silent. I agree 100%. It's lovely to see you, however briefly. So lovely to see you as well, son. Next time you're streaming, I can't wait to pop in. Can't wait to see what you're working on, and find out what you're working on. But until then, I'll be back again tomorrow. But until I see you guys next, see you next time.